So we go to bed with some great ideas that we're excited to act on, especially on this channel when it comes to getting past our social anxiety to achieve our goals, our dreams, and to act on our ideas, because that's the problem. What's in the way, the fear, which we call it social anxiety, because it's the fear of human interaction. And it's also within those fears there are a multitude of other fears, like the fear of eye contact, the fear of displaying symptoms of anxiety in front of people and them seeing the anxiety, nervousness, stuttering, blushing, looking away, freezing up, putting on defensive protective mechanisms, personalities that are not ours, that we borrow to protect ourselves, etc. Fears of not being good enough, the fear of our demons being triggered from the past, fears that we want to stuff down, times that we don't want to remember that were difficult, being bullied at school, being made to feel that we're not good enough, being told that we're not good enough, being criticised by friends, sometimes even family, school teachers, people in authority, people close to us, people that we don't know. All these past demons, sometimes they get triggered and they come back to haunt us and to say hello, and we don't want to feel those feelings. So before we go to bed, we say, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to get on my diet. Tomorrow I'm going to do my no-fap. I'm going to give up porn. I'm definitely going to do it. I'm excited. And we really believe it. And we generally are being honest in that moment. Tomorrow I'm going to get down the gym. I'm going to take Jonathan's advice. I'm going to start boxing, hitting the bag, or doing weights, or just getting my heart rate up. Tomorrow I'm going to start that diet. Tomorrow I'm going to take the weekend program, or I'm going to invest in the 1 year program and overcome my fear of spending money so I can make more money and move forward and achieve success in my life. Tomorrow I'm going to start that YouTube channel. Tomorrow I'm going to be a kinder person. Tomorrow I'm going to be more social. We make all these promises and we really do mean it and believe it. But when we wake up in the morning, this happens. Wake up in the morning, and the reality of what it takes to achieve those goals and dreams hits us and we get overwhelmed. We're afraid, we're frightened to death. We've got anxiety, we've got morning anxiety, we've got panic. Sometimes that panic leads to diarrhea, we've got to go to the toilet, we don't want to get out of bed, we keep hitting that snooze button, just another 10 minutes, just another 10 minutes. Before we know it, we've overslept for 2 hours because we're frightened of getting out of bed, because we don't want to face the promises and the expectations and the goals and the dreams that we made a promise and a commitment to ourselves only 12 hours the night before. I understand it's hard. I said life's hard. One of you naively said, which I appreciate, why is life hard? That's why life's hard on so many levels. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Life can be amazing. Depends on your perspective and your gratitude levels. But this is what happens. This is what happens to so many people who don't make my events, even when I do free events. And I say to people that come up, I'm not judging the people that didn't come. I wouldn't do that. I'm not nasty, because I've done this many times, but I'm just pointing out what fear can do if you allow it. Resistance, social anxiety. Those of you that have attended, you've done something big today. So how do we get past this? Because I've managed to get past it every day for a long time, but there's many days as well where it challenges me. Well, I can only recite from my own experience, from a fellow sufferer, someone who suffered with such bad social anxiety that I was afraid of living, I was frightened of dying, and I was terrified of staying where I was. I was frightened of coming out of my house. I lived in shared housing years ago. I was afraid to go to the toilet in case I saw a neighbour and they wanted to. I just frightened of everything, my own shadow. Literally, I was terrified. I got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. I was sick and tired of being bullied by those demons, those anxieties. Most importantly, the nervous pit in my stomach that always used to make me have diarrhea and go to the toilet. I was sick and tired of it bullying me and blackmailing me and shaming me and making me frightened and making it impossible for me to live in life and just enjoy everyday life and just be normal, whatever normal is. So I said enough is enough, and I heard a message from a man called Les Brown who said, "Your failure, your way to success." And he said, someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. And he spoke about being bullied at school, being made to feel dumb, being laughed, being broke, being poor, not coming from a rich family. I resonated with pretty much all those things. And I found courage. So you have to make a commitment. You have to make a commitment to yourself. And that bond's got to be so strong that when that resistance hits you in the morning, don't get me wrong, you're not going to stop being human. I want it as a side tangent. People forget to hear these words from people. Mike Tyson feels fear. Conor McGregor feels fear. Tyson Fury feels fear. Jonathan feels fear. Manny Pacquiao feels fear. Mayweather feels fear. All these brave men, Tony Robbins, they all feel fear. All of us feel fear. That is the truth. Some people deny it and they outrightly lie. That's their choice. I understand. I choose to be honest about it. Those of us that want to be great people, achieve greatness, we're honest, but it's what you do with the fear. So when I started to realize this, not through reading books, not through quoting and paraphrasing and talking shit, but actually getting off my backside and feeling those emotions, going to the toilet, getting a shower, facing that discomfort, that resistance, practicing, as David Goggins says, not being a theorist, but a practitioner. And through facing it, you gain confidence, you gain wisdom, you gain peace. Basically, you overcome it, but you've got to face it every day. And that's what most people don't want to hear. Most people want to hear, here's a product, $39 or $100 or $2,000, take that product, your pain's going to go away. It's not true. They can teach you the mindset, the skills, the tools. This is what confidence coaching is about, what I do, to counteract that fear, that resistance in the morning or the night, which shows up in, we call it different words, fine. I like calling it social anxiety. Some people call it fear. Some people call it procrastination. Some people call it limiting beliefs, self-doubt. They're all true. They're all descriptions of the same thing, the same feeling. That we all label it according to our own vocabulary, our personality. Brilliant. I like that. It's creative. But it comes down to the fear. It's facing it. It's practicing it. But when you've got a purpose, when you're so driven, let me explain. When you are so afraid of the consequences of not taking action, of not going out and doing what I've encouraged a lot of you to do, and you are doing, I really appreciate you and you appreciate me. Go to Costa Coffee or Starbucks, walk in, even though you're nervous and you're scared and you don't want to make eye contact. I've been there, I understand. You trust me, you're stronger than you think. Say hello. Get the words out. It doesn't matter if you get nervous. What matters is that you try. It's the not trying that kills your spirit. And that's what, after many years of not trying, I was so afraid of not trying because of, I don't really like using the word anymore, but you guys asked me, right? Because I'm trying to always be a better person. You overcome feeling like a coward, which is a dictionary definition. It's a horrible feeling that nobody likes feeling permanently. We all dip in and out of it, which is fine, but being there permanently. So I got sick and tired, guys, of living like a coward. And as Les Brown said, you know, years and years come, and when you're on your deathbed and the dreams and the goals that you didn't pursue say, you know, what happened? We came to you and now we must die with you forever. When he said those words, whew, that motivated me. I know you guys will be motivated. That's what this video is about today, because it's not true when people say motivation is that, no, motivation is so important. And you can only have motivation through having the right goals, and you can only have the right goals by facing your fears and establishing what your values are. That's what I help my clients to do. I don't help my clients to be like me or the next person. I help them to conquer their fears, build confidence, be as honest as they can, and live the best life possible. But it starts off with the small habits. And today's habit I'm asking you to do is, can you win the morning battle? I'm saying yes, you can. Because if you can get out of bed when you don't feel like it and you're frightened, even if you said to me, Johnny, I watched your video and I got out of bed, I won the morning battle and I went to my 9 to 5 and I gave it everything I got, that is success. I thought about this on the way. No one talks about character. I don't see many people. Everyone speaks about followers on Instagram, money, this, that, all the stuff that's, of course it has its certain function. I'm not saying that's all bad, but most of the time it doesn't lead to a good place. But your character, you work on your character, you're going to achieve those things anyway and be a good person. So character is getting out of bed when you don't feel like it. I was working with my client on my 1-year program, and I'm really big on timekeeping. I don't tolerate people that are late. I won't work with them. Now, of course, if the train breaks down, it's not your fault, but generally there's no excuses. I was brought up, my mum and dad, be on time, leave earlier. If you have an appointment at 1 o'clock and you're worried that you're going to be late, leave at 11:30, leave out earlier so you can be there before the time. That's good character. Good character is the little things. Good manners, yes please, thank you. You know, holding the door for someone who's older than you, or a lady, helping someone. This is success. Showing up with good character. These things will lead to you making more money in your life, getting a better relationship, getting in shape. And training and boxing builds character. So work on the character. And as I said, small things that a lot of people overlook because they just go straight to the big things like want to be a millionaire, which is nothing wrong with wanting to be a millionaire. It could be a good person and a millionaire, making a point. Getting the right relationship, being liked, making friends, building a successful brand, fantastic, love the ambition. But you can't just go from having a really weak character, no discipline, no motivation, not on time, not accountable, not taking action. You can't just go from that to massive success without taking the small steps, and that's what I'm asking a lot of you to do. If we master the fundamentals, then all of the big, fantastic, complicated stuff, that will come easier. Same in boxing. If you can't master the jab, then you've got no chance. Most people have got no chance unless you're just athletically gifted, which some people are, most people are not. So most people want to skip the fundamentals and go straight to the advanced level, and they're going to get crushed. That's like starting a video game back in the day and saying, I want to go straight to the last level and fight the boss. You're going to get beaten. You've got no chance. You've got to start on level 1, and you've got to build a tolerance, and you've got to get used to it, and you've got to, gradually grow. So back to what I said with the social anxiety, win the morning battle. My whole story can be summarized in this moment. If we'd done a scene in the film, it was about a guy who was so frightened of everything, he couldn't get out of his bed. Literally was afraid, waking up like, but when he found the courage to get out of his bed, shower, take a shit, put his clothes on, leave the house, do his best, greatness came. I went from that to making money, getting a girlfriend, giving public talks to big audiences in real life, thousands of YouTube videos, having a better relationship with my family, making friends, meeting people from all around the world. I said that with no fear of exaggeration. You guys know, you've come and took my program, spent your hard-earned money to get this amazing value. So that's been my story. But when I couldn't win the morning battle with anxiety, I couldn't make a penny. I couldn't get a girlfriend. I was literally mentally unwell. I wanted to kill myself, but I was afraid to do it. So that's how important it is to build character and to improve yourself and to be accountable and take these small steps. And that's why I put out all the boxing videos. It's just different ways of outlining what I'm trying to say, and I've still been trying to say, and I love the challenge of it, because some people will get it, most of you will get it, some people won't. And I really got it when Les Brown told me in various different ways that it was okay to be feeling what I was feeling, but at the time my character sucked. It did. I was a coward. And it doesn't mean that I wouldn't have had compassion, because I was struggling with mental health, and wouldn't wish that on anyone. But you still have a responsibility to ask for help, get help if you can get help. If you can help yourself. So yeah, I'm really obsessed with this scene. I don't just mean from my life, this is a story of all of our lives. So good character leads to great things, but if you don't exercise your character, then you're not going to, succeed with your NoFap or get in the right relationship. Or just as one of my clients, I spoke to a potential client about doing my 1-year program, and I said to him, look, I really want to help you, and you'll appreciate my honesty. I only work with people that are committed. So before we get into the price, I told him the price. What is it you want to achieve? And he said, my goal is, Johnny, I just want to be confident with people. I just want to be able to go out, go gym, and just be around people, not be paranoid. I said, I can help you to do that if you're committed. So the character will help you to get past this resistance and achieve all your goals. And that's why my teaching changed. And I coach people in all the areas, because if you get the one area right, which is winning the war of the morning battle, the anxiety and leaving the house, and just going to work with your head up, or just in every interaction that you go and giving your best, you're going to succeed, because it takes everything to get out of bed when you're nervous, when you're scared, when your legs are shaking, when your stomach's turning. I know, and I feel really grateful now, but I remember I used to always think, why does no one speak about this? Why is no one honest about this? I can't be the only one that's going for this. I know other people go for it. I've seen friends going for it. But obviously now people are more honest, which is brilliant, why I recited Ryan Garcia. I love his honesty. Mike Tyson, I love his honesty. George St. Pierre, I love his honesty. Anyone who's honest, because it helps so many people. You're giving billions of value when you're honest to another person, because it makes people feel better about what they're going through and struggling, and it makes them know that they can overcome it. And the people that they look up to are not intrinsically more valuable than them. They're not better than them in every area. They might be better than you in one area. Doesn't mean they're better than you in every area. You've got greatness. Everyone's got greatness in them. So that's what the lesson's about today. And I'm just so confident that it will resonate, because the real truth is, sometimes I'm reluctant to say this is my teaching. It's not my teaching. It's what life taught me. Yeah, I've developed some of my own strategies and tools, but all successful people that are honest, that have really walked this difficult path, are saying the same thing, which is brilliant, all in their unique personality, in their different way. And that's what I help my clients to do. But ultimately, we're talking about the practicalities of how to get past fear and resistance where you don't feel like doing it. And the more you do what you don't feel like doing, the more you change state and you actually do feel like doing it. So I could go on and on. I'm going to stop for the sake of the editing and leave on a good note. Let me know in the box below if this resonated, and I know it does with a lot of people. I appreciate those. You haven't got the, you don't want to comment. I understand that. I respect that. Guys, you guys are great. You've all supported me. Even the critics have done a great job. They've helped me in ways they could never imagine. And it's just amazing. What I was going to last say on this video. Yes, if any of you want to do a paid mentorship program, you know my address. My email address is below. Get in touch and I'll let you know about prices, programs, and more importantly, before we get to that, I need to know what your goals are. Just an update for dating and getting an honest relationship, getting past social anxiety. I've got a weekend program on April the 15th and the 16th. There are 4 spaces available. No stress at all if you can't make it. If you can, great. Let me know in the box below. This is specifically for getting over social anxiety, getting honest with talking to women and people in general, and improving your dating and social life. Now, if some of you that doesn't interest you, you want to do a one-on-one program, just get in touch and I'll tell you all the information, all right? Speak to you guys soon. Put this into practice, right? The little habits of saying hello, just taking that first step. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Focus on you, all right? I'll speak to you guys soon. Fearless.